So, hopefully some video responses could be generated from this. Just take a moment and share some unpopular opinion about this Israeli conflict. And I think I may need to take a break from Facebook again, because so figure this out. How do I explain it? I'm a pacifist from a nation standpoint, but I do like to fight. And I'm confrontational, or I can be confrontational. That being said, when I see the posts that I'm seeing on Facebook, like I stand with Israel, and it's all these like random people, like I read it and I don't understand what they mean by that. Does it mean that they would support an American intervention? You know, do we still send money to these people who shoot missiles at people? Because unpopular wise, I don't always agree, like with the news reports, with the actions that Israel takes in response to how they're being attacked. Also, from a historic standpoint, the way that the Middle East was carved up after World War I, it's just a disaster, an absolute disaster. So when I see these posts by people who I used to be acquaintances with in school and everything else, or, you know, even as far as like my parents and my parents' friends, I end up being kind of judgy towards them, thinking that they must somehow be ignorant. Is it awful when people are attacked? Absolutely. Violence is a terrible thing. And if you see the news reports, how there's, from what I understand, from what I've been told secondhand, is like civilians are being attacked and kidnapped, and military armor that we may have left in Afghanistan is being used there, and it kind of ups this whole thing politically. And then in the background you have Donald Trump being political about it, and all over an area that I understand to be tinier than the state of New Jersey as an entire country. Perspective fails. You take a situation and you call something an iron dome. So Israel claims they have this iron dome over some place that can't be attacked. It's almost like you're knowing how Muslim extremists can be. These assholes, they'll take that type of shit as a challenge. It's almost like you're working to pick the fight. Somehow people respect that. They think, wow, look at them standing their ground. Like they're the little guy in this area of the world. I mean, I've known people that have visited Jerusalem. My faith that I profess, according to the stories, centers around those areas. And in some cases, even beyond the story, like there's historical artifacts, you know, following, say, like the early church. But, you know, so it could be said with Rome and Italy. I'm interested in what our little clique has to say about it. Sned, I know you're busy, but a non-Yankee perspective would be wonderful. Backwoods, I like to have your idea, the middle ground. I think I know what Shall Not Be Infringed would say. I think he would say, and it may be how I feel about it, is the same thing he said about China. I'm gonna butcher, and I don't even want to do your impression of your voice unless you do an impression of mine. That'll be the rule. But you said one time, you know what I think about China? Here's what I fucking think about China. Every motherfucker in China could put a gun in their hand and point it at every other motherfucker's head in China and pull the motherfucking trigger, and I wouldn't give a fuck. Maybe I'm in a dark place right now, but I feel that way about Israel. I feel that way about the Middle East. I'm sick of my brother having to deploy over there over and over again. I'm sick of how hard some of my friends and family have fought over there just for shit to go full circle for no end anyway. And worse, to fuel some political pundit. Guess it explains why they need people that are so young to fight. That being said, man, may peace find a way there.